Welcome to this orientation to MA210, an introduction to linear algebra. Linear algebra is high altitude math. To see what this means, let's compare it to calculus. Calculus involves just a few concepts: the idea of a function, idea of an integral, the idea of a derivative. Linear algebra, on the other hand, involves many concepts: a vector space, a linear system, matrices, vectors, linear maps, eigenvectors, eigenvalues. Calculus is used less widely, whereas linear algebra applies wherever lots of data needs to be analyzed. Learning calculus involves algebraic agility, whereas learning linear algebra involves reasoning skills. You have to use reasoning skills to understand the many new concepts that are involved. Calculus deals with a familiar object, the function, which you studied in pre-calculus. Linear algebra deals with new structures that you haven't seen before. Calculus provides basically a unified single view of functions and integrals and derivatives, whereas linear algebra looks at the new structures that have been found and looks at them from many different angles. All these things together mean that when you're taking calculus, you feel like you're in a pipe-filled basement. You're going to do something useful and all feels familiar and close by. Whereas linear algebra will make you feel like you're standing on the summit of a mountain, which gives you a large view or a wide view that where you can see for a long distance. However, there's also thin air, so you may have trouble breathing. How do we deal with this? Well, if you're going to high altitude, you need to acclimatize. You need to spend some time sort of learning things, in this case, learning things that will help you with these tasks. And for linear algebra, the idea is to learn more about the words, the language in which math is written. So let's see what this means. Okay. It basically involves new views of old math. Math looks like it is written in English, but it's not. It's written in an odd combination of English and logic that I call mathlish. Okay, so let's acclimatize by reviewing the meanings of some mathlish words. Here's what we'll look at: numerical values. These are just numbers. Numerical expressions. They're things that have numerical values. Names for numerical values. Well, there's standard names for numbers and flexible names for numbers, variables, and constants. We'll look at algebraic expressions, and finally linear combinations, which is a primary theme for this course.